got here, there was pretty much already a big gathering. The bikes were already there, everybody was already sitting in. We were already on our way home. We kind of just figured we'd take some pictures, walk across. We had to get from this side of the intersection to that side of the intersection, so we decided we would just walk through, take a few pictures on the way.
As a budding photographer, thought it'd be kind of cool to get the aftermath shots down here just to see what it was like. We were just walking down Queen Street, like spent the day. It was probably like, I don't know, like 5 in the afternoon or in the evening. So it didn't seem like it wasn't too big of a crowd. It seemed, you know, peaceful. So we were kind of just observing and watching what was going on.
I found out a lot of the people that were there, that were stuck in, were just had just been walking by. Some of the people were just curious about what the protest is like because of all the stuff that happened on the Saturday. So they walked down there, and then some of the people were just like local area residents stuck in here.
So they have nowhere to disperse to. Just for the record. And here come the riot cops.
Single file in front of the bike, all the way down. Take it all the way down, right to the end, straight across.
They're not doing anything bad at this point. In terms of where they might be going, it's anybody's guess. Like, trying to talk to people.
Hey, the mercenaries are here too.
Right now, we just want to show you as police attack.
Spadina is already blocked off on the south and the west side, and then buses pull up from the north, big Greyhound buses, like full of riot cops.
All I see is like maybe 3 busloads full of SWAT team members come out, and we're just starting to walk up there, pull up, and then they all load out and start walking down. And by the time we seen that happen, we're like, oh crap, we came back over here to kind of see what was going to happen, you know, if they were going to maybe try and arrest people or something, and try and avoid it because they're definitely not allowing us to go that way.
Oh, that's good. Corral is in the back.
These guys in the north are trying to get us to move south, which was, I didn't even want to go down that far, you know? And I walk over to the east side, and there's another riot squad coming in from the east. So basically they surrounded the whole intersection.
Surrounded right now. There's a bunch of cops there telling us to go this way, a bunch of cops there telling us to go this way, a bunch of cops there blocking off that way. I don't know where to go. Got my peace signs up and hoping nothing happens.
Nobody knew what was going on. Like, we'd ask a police officer or something, and they just start tapping on their whatever shields, and we're like, okay, you know, you back away. There's a point where I was starting to kind of get scared when they were getting tear gas masks on over here, and definitely giving a feeling of threat. And so it's like, oh my God, you know, like I'm gonna get tear gas and I'm just here and I didn't even want to be here.
We would ask officers on one side, can we leave? And they would tell us to go to the other side. We'd ask them and they would say the exact same thing.
Where are people supposed to go? Hang tight. Pardon? Hang tight. Okay. All right.
So I just talked to one of the police officers asking, you know, where our protest is supposed to go, because we're all boxed in here. He said to hang tight. Pretty much have no place to go, so acting as our pin. It's kind of a hairy situation. Let's hope that the police officers use all their best judgment and do not injure any innocent protesters.
Like, where are we supposed to go if they don't want us to protest? It's like really messed up, man.
Half of you don't even know what the G20 is about. We give up our banking system to a foreign entity. Someone's running our country, not us. If money is power and they print it, where's the power?
Ryan Davies here from Kitchener 911 Truth. Queen and Spadina, we're then boxed in here. Shit's gonna hit the fan here pretty soon, so I don't know if you can get down here or if you're still down, so good for you. If not, just get your ass down. Bye.
All of a sudden, at a moment's notice, you just saw stormtroopers move in and close everybody off, isolate them.
This doesn't look good.
Before we realized it, we were blocked in from every direction, and then we were part of the small group of about 30 people that got cut off from the main 4.5-hour group.
And before we even knew that we were blocked in, So there was no way that we could get out.
What's the crime for being in here? We're peacefully protesting.
Hey, folks, do you understand? Everybody's going to be arrested. We'll do it nice and easy, okay? We don't want to hurt anybody, but you are going to be arrested.
For what?
I told you, conspiracy to commit mischief, so stand here. We'll take you one at a time, okay? Thank you.
For what's the charge? Conspiracy to commit mischief? We're peacefully assembling. You're interpreting it all wrong, sir. We're peacefully assembling. Nobody's conspiring for mischief.
So seriously, if we wanted to get out, we would get arrested. Out of the circle.
I think so.
Yeah, the guy just asked me, can I go through it? He wouldn't let him. So what's the point?
Bash the hippie folk. Just fucking told me here. Is that why? Unbelievable. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for protesting.
We were a little stressed, but still light in the situation, and until they started dragging us away. At that point, that's when it got real.
They just sort of just round them up. And, you know, they just started treating us as cattle, and that's what we felt like.
Look at all those civilians back there.
Step back. Now.
Here's Reggie back.
Me? I'm being taken.
Stop resisting. I'm not. Move your arm back.
What the hell? I'm here.
Shield. Whoa. Hey! 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 drive her around.
was standing at Queen and Spadina, I was taking pictures, and then all of a sudden I got boxed in, and I've been here probably for the past 3 hours, and for the past hour and a half it's been pouring rain. I'm soaking wet. There's still people who are crying. We were allowed on the east side before, and now they're cornering us in. They're boxing us in even further on the west side, and they're closing in further. They've got, police on every corner. They've got the riot police buses. They've got tons of court vans, and they've got tons of people who are in the plastic handcuffs right now. Somebody was walking their dog. Another couple was going out for dinner. I was just taking pictures. A lot of people were just walking by, and now we're stuck in the rain for the past 2 hours, freezing cold. This is completely unfair. This is against everything that I stand for, that Canada stands for.
The mayor will not comment on this. Adam Vaughn, the area councillor, will not comment on this. The police chief will not comment on this. The integrated security unit will not comment on this. No one wants to touch this. This is a situation that is beyond apparently anyone's comment or control.
I was calling my mom to see what they were saying on the news about it, whether or not they were giving any indication of letting us go, or at least giving reason as to why we were stuck here.
I stood out in the rain for about an hour or so, with zip cuffs on the back of my hands, and so soaked to the bone. We got on a bus where they continued to put the AC on. We asked them to stop. They turned it even higher.
We were in the paddy wagons for a couple hours at least, soaking wet. I was in shorts and a tank top, and the girl in the next seat in the paddy wagon had to go to the washroom. She was yelling to asking them, please, can I just go to the washroom? I really need to go to the washroom.
I explained that I had to leave the group because I needed to use the washroom, and could he direct me where to go? The riot officer took me out of the crowd by the arm and then placed me under arrest. I was taken to one of the police paddy wagons, and I was situated among 9 other girls. I asked the police officer where could I go to the bathroom, because that was my quest of getting out of the group. He told me that I could use the paddy wagon. I said, you've got to be joking. I had no choice. I have a kidney that doesn't work properly, and I've never been so disgusted and felt so violated in all my life. Because my hands were cuffed, I couldn't even help myself to prepare to do that. So I had all these strange girls do it for me. That bloody cop stood at the wired part of the door, which was wide open, and watched me urinate. He watched me urinate, and I even addressed him, and I said, that is against the law. I said, you know what that does? He couldn't even imagine, and neither can other people, how that would affect someone and traumatize someone. But he didn't just do it with me. He did it with 3 other girls. And I don't give a shit who this guy was, a cop. I gave him no goddamn right to look at a girl urinate, because you know what? If it was someone else in the neighborhood that was doing that, they would be picked up, thrown in jail, and charged. It's the most humiliating and embarrassing thing I've ever had to say on camera, but people have to know the truth.
We gained significant evidence to suggest that we had members of black bloc type people that involved in the crowd mixed in, and that included people who during the walk actually donned masks, as we saw yesterday, which was the precipitation of the violence that we saw. I'm also advised that we recovered some weapons along the route from unknown sources. who had dropped them, but they were also found. So all of this led our officers who have been on the road trying to protect the city very diligently to believe that they had the reasonable grounds, which they did, to believe that a breach of the peace was going to take place from the people involved in this group, including the people, as I said, that we believed were potentially black bloc type protesters. The rain brought the danger of a further breach of the peace to dissipate, and after a discussion at the command level, upon the direction of the chief of police, all of the people involved in this incident had been or are in the process, but I'm fairly confident that everyone has been released at this point unconditionally and as quickly as we could. What we do is in the best interest of the public, and sometimes it doesn't always work out perfectly for all, and we recognize that, and I know that you do.
Hi, Tyrone reporting for Press for Truth. I just spent the better of 6 hours in the Toronto Film Studio. Actually, we spent about 3 hours in a bus just waiting to be processed. The cops basically approached on our democratic process. None of us were out of line, but they felt the need to seal us in and then arrest us one by one. I was there recording the protest as media. Nothing wrong with that. It's built into our Constitution, and we just got that taken away with the Public Order Protection Act.